What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Happy International Silver Day. Kind of decided to go live last minute. So here we are, unannounced. I didn't even realize it was International Silver Day, if I'm being completely honest with you. I just saw it on a post or a comment. I was like, oh, is that right? And here we are. It's International Silver Day. And there's also been some news going on that the deal with Iran has kind of taken off, so there's a ceasefire in place now, and oil has been getting crushed. Oil's been getting destroyed. So oil's really far down, and silver's up, and gold is up. Just a little bit, but still. What's up, War? How you doing? You think there's going to be a crash tomorrow? It's possible. Of course I go live and silver goes down, right? Maybe we should just end the live stream. But really, like, right here is when that announcement got made. Gossip moves the market. Yeah. It does, but I mean, dang, like the light crude oils are down 9%. Like oil's just getting crushed right now. The gold and silver kind of coming back up a little bit. I mean, this right here was when the announcement got made, so which is interesting that it spiked up. Didn't know there was an International Silver Day. I didn't either until today. And apparently it's a thing. Like, I'll show you guys. It is a thing. Right here. International Silver Day, April 7th. Win-free silver. International Silver Day exists to unite, celebrate, and elevate the role of silver in human civilization. The day aims to raise global awareness, sparking meaningful engagement, and highlight silver's importance as a critical mineral and the timeless store of value, a cultural and historical symbol, and monetary pillar. Founded to honor the silver's legacy, idea also inspires it to future energy, technology, medicine, art, and sound money. Ultimately, the day aims to help restore silver to its rightful place as a pillar of civilization, past, present, and future. And you can see right here, there's a monetary pillar used for over 5,000 years. Critical mineral, store of value, a symbol. That's it. International Silver Day. Didn't know it was a thing. But yes, this announcement right here, this is the deal with Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. You can see oil just getting absolutely beaten down. The oil prices are coming way down, which hopefully means gas prices come back down. But gold, look at that little... like a little mini cup and handle going on right there. And silver, that's where we stand right now. What's going on, RJ? How you doing? Good evening. Silver Solutions, should have bought. I didn't even know this. I didn't even know this day even existed, to be honest with you, but at least we know now. Gas always takes its time coming back down. Yeah, I know. But at least silver's going up. We're still holding pretty strong into the 70s though. It like doesn't want to go below that. We've been kind of flat for a bit. We go up, we go down, back down. What was the announcement that occurred early? That was Trump made an announcement about they brokered a deal with Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. That's why oil prices are just getting absolutely blasted right now. And so that's why silver is kind of going up, gold's kind of going up again. But really, it's more so about the oil just getting absolutely smacked. I don't know how long we're going to be live for. I just figured we would just do this real quickly. This is just something, I don't know, wasn't planning to do, but it is a 2-week ceasefire, so I mean, who knows if this is gonna like do anything. So who knows? Man, look at oil just going 12%. It's just going down. Silver's actually kind of going back up now. We're at 3%. The silver and gold are just kind of slowly creeping up, but it's really, I mean, it's the oil stuff that's going to be the biggest news today. Two-hour ceasefire? Yeah, right? I don't know, these things tend to not live up to the hype behind it, but I mean, I don't know if that involves Israel or not. I don't know if they're gonna stop doing things. I don't know. We don't know what the deal is. I think all we know right now is that something's been announced. As far as I know, I don't know if the exact details are shown. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find. Here's the thing that he was talking about here. This is based on conversations with Prime Minister, I don't know how to say that name, of Pakistan. They were wherein they requested I hold off the destructive force being sent into Iran, subject to the agreeing to complete an immediate and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. I agree to suspend the bombings and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. This will be a double-sided ceasefire. The reason for doing so is that we have already met and exceeded all military objectives, and we are very far along with a definitive agreement concerning long-term peace with Iran and peace in the Middle East. We have received a 10-point proposal from Iran and believe it is a workable basis on which to negotiate. Almost all the various points of past contention have been agreed to between the US and Iran, but a 2-week period will allow the agreement to be finalized and consummated. Basically, it's just a 2-week ceasefire for them to like finalize the deal. That's basically what that means. It's going to be like kind of a dual-sided agreement of a ceasefire to negotiate a deal. So there is no I guess there's technically no deal yet, but they've agreed, I guess, to a ceasefire. So that's why, I mean, I'm assuming that's why this is doing what it's doing. I mean, silver opened right here, and then this news right here caused it to spike up a little bit. So I mean, I'm just assuming that, but really, like we said, oil is going to be the biggest thing that's going to get hit today. Because oil should be getting cheaper now. Foreign leadership is pretty fragmented, and some of those militias do whatever they like. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I don't think everybody's... I mean, you know, markets are going to react on the basis of the news, not on the probability of success. There goes silver. It's spiking a little bit. We're almost at 4% for silver. Gold is almost at 2.5, and the GSR is still at 63, so we're still kind of sitting on that low 60 GSR range. Let's see, we got 49 people in here, 8 likes right now. I know it's an impromptu live stream, so I'm sure not many people are going to be on like we typically do on Sunday. I don't think half the people realize that I went live. I also just went live and didn't really announce anything, so here we are. Gold gapped up to that 4,800 line. It bounced off the last big correction. Yeah, gold is 48.16 right now. I wonder if the metal... Do you guys think that with everything happening now, do you see this as a really strong week for gold and silver, or are you guys expecting a reversal? Because typically good news is not good for the metals, but I don't know. What's the dollar doing, actually? The dollar is down a little bit. The dollar is actually going... That's why. That's another reason why gold and silver are going up, is because the dollar is just going down, so... So maybe we see a really good week in gold and silver. I mean, we're almost at 5% for silver right now. That's crazy. I mean, not 5, we're at 4.25. But silver's rising up. Maybe we get back into the 80s this week. Maybe we see $80 silver again this week. Maybe we revisit $5,000 gold. I mean, this is... It's going to be interesting to see what happens this week. Might go up a bit more, but probably limited since just a 2-week period. Yeah, we'll have to see. we could see a temporary 2-week price movement going upwards for a bit, and then perhaps when we get closer to that 2-week period from now, we'll probably maybe prices get crashed down. Depends on how the agreement is kind of moving along, I guess. Silver is almost 4.5% right now. Iran comes out and confirms the ceasefire and talks. That will help a lot more. Right now, it's just one-sided. Yeah, I mean, this just happened a few minutes ago, so we got to let things kind of simmer down for a little bit, but. You know, this is like when... This is just markets reacting to initial news. Who knows what will happen in a few hours? We don't know. But as of right now, oil is just getting just smacked down 12%. The dollar is down about almost 0.5%. Even Bitcoin's going up. Platinum is up, silver is obviously up, and gold is obviously up as well. So, where we're at right now. Dark Knight, what's going on? Howdy, welcome in. Hope everybody is having a great... What day is it today? Tuesday? Tuesday. I guess this makes up for the Sunday stream that we did not do. It was Easter weekend. I just wasn't going to do it. I was too busy with family. There's just no way we're going to get a live stream going, so. Finally got my first 10th ounce of platinum. Not sure I will buy much, but I got a good deal on that coinage. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll ever... There's a part of me that wants to get platinum, but I don't know. I don't know. Would be cool to have, but I don't know. It looks too much like silver. I mean, if this is pre-market, I mean, the market opened right here at like 73. We're now at 76. We already know that if it goes up, typically I'm very curious to see what happens like towards midnight going into the next morning, because silver could just spike up even further. We're at almost 5% right now with silver. I wonder if we're going to see like a 10% or close to that if it continues in this momentum. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Josh. I'd rather just buy gold and silver. I wouldn't be opposed to platinum or palladium. I think it would be cool to have like one or, maybe a handful of it just to have. But when it comes to stacking it, I don't know if I would stack platinum or palladium. I just don't see that being my strategy. Well, it'll be interesting for sure to see silver going up faster than gold, bringing the GSR further down, which is just going to mean I'm just going to keep buying more gold, but I haven't bought in a while. I've been trying to tackle some bad debt right now. I'm almost tempted to just I hate to say it, but I'm tempted to sell a lot of it, pay off the debt completely, and then just restart the buying process all over again. I don't know if I want to do that though. I'm still like I have enough to cover the debt, but I just don't know. I don't know. Platinum is very rare, but also much industrial metal. Big institutes don't stack it either. Yeah, and it's more industrial than it is for like, what do you call it? What am I trying to say? It's more industrial than it is like precious metal. So I think that's not a bad idea if the interest on the debt is high. I mean, because the thing is, at the current time frame, if I go into my local coin shop tomorrow, I could pay everything off. I know what Dave Ramsey would say. I'm not going to listen to Dave Ramsey right now. But, like, my thing is, I could pay it off tomorrow. Or, I can hold on to this. And it's only going to take me about 6 months. If that. Like, I could be done with it. I don't know. I just don't... I've always told myself I would never sell again. But I know I've also said that I would sell if I had to as an emergency, or if I had to because I decided to pay off debt. And I know I could do it, but I just don't. Oh, it's just so, because I don't want to depart with it. Like, I just don't, especially for the videos that I make and everything. I mean, yeah, I'd be starting over literally this month. Like, I could buy again and have, I don't know, it's tempting. Dave Ramsey thinks you should pay cash for a home too. I mean, I get the logic behind it. I don't know. I haven't decided how I want to do this yet. Hold on until the reset. Pay off debt with hyperinflated dollars. And that's kind of, I mean, it's not, I mean, like I said, I could pay everything off in 6 months, so why, like, I don't know. I don't see, if it was like years ahead, mate, I don't know. It's hard. Hard to make that, it's hard to like make that call. Like, it's an easy decision. Like, yes, I could sell it and be done with it and never again. But I don't know. The rebuild wouldn't be that bad. You know what? The rebuild on this, like, to rebuild where I'm at today wouldn't take long at all. I should have done it when silver was 120, not at 70. Anna Slacker, how you doing? Or Stacker? Was it Slacker? No, yeah, Slacker. Here you're on the selling the paid debt idea. You too. Yeah, it's so tempting, but it's like I can do it at all. I can do it in like 6 months. Like, I don't know. I don't. If I can hold off on it for 6 months, but then I wonder what I can accumulate in the 6 months. Depends on how much premium loss you eat selling and rebuying. If I mean, my buy cost on all my silver is like 35 an ounce. So even if I sell it right now, it's still a massive profit. But if I were to start rebuying, I'd be paying like 80 an ounce, which I think I could, I don't know. Work so hard to accumulate is something to be proud of. It seems anticlimactic to just pay off the debt. Yeah, it's such a I don't know. It's such a catch-22. Feeling good about your pre-33 gold buy when I dropped the 4,400. Very nice. Yeah, it's what I traded my silver in for that pre-33 gold. Like, I would have to sell like 90% of my stack. And I really don't want to do that. I could pay mine off too, but paying sooner means less interest. I don't know. Let's put up a poll, shall we? Let's put up a poll. Would you pay off your debt completely knowing it would with 100% of your stack? Yes? No. See what you guys think. Sell a little to pay down the principal enough so you're paying very little interest until the end of your payments. I mean, it's credit card stuff, but... Most of you guys say no. Definitely would not use 100%, but maybe 50. Well, I'm saying, like, to get your debt completely paid off, if it were to take 100% of your stack, would you do it? I guess is the better way of rephrasing that question. Very conditional answer. If that's costing me in your prime and I have a cash flow to pay off in less than a year, that's a solid no. Drum says pay off the debt. It's tempting because I know how much I can. I wonder. I just do like a very quick. You know, if prices stay. Now, if it's credit card debt and I can't pay off otherwise in a long time, selling assets make more sense. If it's only 6 month balance, transfer to 0% card and pay off the cash next got some points. I've looked into the balance transfers. I looked at consolidating, but it's like, it's 6 months away. Like, I can be done in 6 months, so, but I don't know. It doesn't eat me alive, like, in terms of... I just don't know. I don't know what to do. Interest rate on the debt? I mean, it's high. It's credit card stuff, so it's like whatever the normal rates are for that. Like 20 something. Like, it's high. It's the only bad debt other than the house that I have. But I can pay it off in 6 months. I'm not saving much. Just do the math and see how the interest savings compare to rebuying your stack. I mean, it might make more sense, actually. It might make sense to sell it and then just restart. What I can do is I could go at the end of the month when all the money is going to hit my account. I could sell everything, pay it off, and then I can restart the buying process almost immediately. What if there's a rug pull on silver? Pay off the debt. I'm 60 years old. Just pray silver stays flat, right? I should have done it when it went... I almost thought about it when it went to 120. I was like, you know, I probably should. But it's like, I don't want... You can't time things properly, so... I mean, even right now, even if I were to sell everything of my silver, I would still make, like... I would make I'm almost up 100% on what I bought. My luck would be that silver would skyrocket the day after I sold. I know. I mean, if I sold everything, I think I would still have... I would still have some left over. It wouldn't take all of it. I'd have a little bit left over. But, I don't know, I think maybe getting everything in there and then just starting over, it might make more sense. I would have to film a lot of videos. I'd have to film a lot of, like, filler content stuff that I normally do in my videos to last, like, months and months and months. Just to, like, you know... not just have something stare at an empty table on a mat and be like, yeah, let me talk about gold and silver without any gold and silver. Switch my credit card to a lower interest rate. I mean, for me, even with the interest rate as high as it is, it's not an issue for me to pay off. Like, I'm at the point now, like, I did stupid stuff, like, years ago. And I can pay it, and I'm just like deciding now to like just completely pay it off. Like, I paid half of one of the credit cards off in 1 month already, so it's not like detrimental for me. I just decided not to do it because I was buying stupid stuff, and you know. You want everyone to have a lot of debt. They'll probably say your debt is forgiven and you own nothing. You'll own nothing like it. Hold on to it. Keep stacking. Print out some pictures. Or my stack for video. I'll just clip people's videos together and say, here's my stack. I'm just gonna clip farm a bunch of people's stuff. I'd have to do the math and see how much I could buy this month if I were to like do that. You know what I mean? I mean, it might make sense. It might actually make sense just to do it. Because it's been, I mean, this may be a little too much information, not that you guys care, but it's been years that I've been just dealing with this crap, and it's just a headache. It's like a thorn in my foot, in my shoe. Like, I see it all the time. It annoys me. I could do something about it. I just choose not to. So maybe we just get rid of it. I don't have car debt. I don't have anything other than that. So maybe we do. Maybe I go in on my day off, get rid of most of it, and just do a crap ton of filming. Just to last for the next little bit. Because, I mean, like I said, doing the thing where if I sell it all at the end of the month, when all the money is hitting the account, I could literally just restart the buying process that same day. Like, I could literally sell everything and be like, hey, I know I just sold, but let me buy. Which would be stupid. But, like, I could do that. But I would personally split. Like, my goal was to, like, once I got all this cleared out, was to split my excess money in this way. I would take a third of it to pay off my house quicker. I would take another third to invest in gold and silver, and then the other third would go in like stocks or something that would eventually convert into real estate and dividends or whatever. Like, that was kind of that's my mindset with things. And if I do that, I could start that as soon as all this is sold. I'd have to see what they. I don't even know what the buyback prices are or anything. But I know what the rough number is, and that's just spot. But I'm wondering if they still are offering backup spot. I don't know what dealers are doing right now. I haven't gone in such a long time. Even if the math favors not paying, might be a good choice anyway to get rid of it. Start fresh, walk away with a lesson. Yeah. Same here. Now I gotta remember where I buried my stack. Especially if we get a bounce this week, the coin shops will give you a good price. They can probably resell it the same day if the rush starts up again. Or sell all, buy back at 80, and then silver crashes to 50. Too risky. About the freedom of being debt free. Yeah. I mean, the more I'm talking to you guys about this, the more it makes more sense just to go in and sell it. I gotta figure out what the total is that I owe. And then find out how much they're offering, and then bring roughly that in and see what that gives me. And then, literally this month, we just start over. And we can do unboxing. We can do unboxings. We can do, perhaps, eventually, what I would like to do is coin shop videos and things like that. So, and it would be a very interesting video to start out and be like, I sold everything, and just, you know, go from there. Wait to see what happens in 40 minutes. I mean, tomorrow would... If the prices spike up tomorrow, that would be a good day to go in, but I have to work. I'm not gonna be able to. I don't think I can. Well, I'm not gonna keep all that silver with me at work either. So I'll probably just go on Thursday. We'll probably just go on Thursday, sell everything off, get upset, but we pay off the debt, and then we just restart. Don't have to worry about it ever again. I still think we'll be able to keep some of the stack of available, but then we just restart. I can pay off my house a little bit quicker. I can start investing. Like, put the silver in your lunchbox and sell it over your break. I don't get breaks. Make a video of selling it. I'm getting kind of convinced to sell too. Like, it's just because for me, it's just a nuisance. Like, I've been dealing with this for years, and it's just been annoying. Only because I just never bothered to do anything about it. But I'm in a much better financial position now that I could pay it off and just keep it. But I mean, it's so tempting to, like, because the metals have appreciated so much that it just makes sense. If I had a 20% rate that I had to pay, I would sell my silver to pay for it. I'd be more confident that the money I'm saving will increase in the next 6 months. But to me, I'm not even too concerned about the prices, because not having to pay 20+% interest over the next 6 months, I mean, I'm probably going to make more, but hang on, I got to answer a phone call real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, gosh. Alright, where are we at? Mention... I'm late to this, and the reason I wouldn't pay off debt is because at some point revaluation or just before that will allow me to clear my debt and keep stacking. Gotta run. Alright, Josh, take care. Have a great rest of your night. I don't know, I just think... I mean, it's not like... I just don't think the chances of something like where I'm just gonna get an absolute rug pull is gonna hit overnight, so... We approach hyperinflation prior to the actual currency reset. At the right time, you'll be able to move a little bit of metals to pay off a lot of debt. I mean, I get that, but I don't think that's going to happen like in the next week or two. And if it does, like, I'm screwed, but whatever. Which every country has gone into hyperinflation and had a currency reset. No, I understand that. I'm not disagreeing with it. I don't know, I might sleep on it a little bit just to think a little harder, but as of right now, I'm kind of leaning towards it because I can immediately restart and speed up the process of not having to like work a job anymore either. It'll speed it up by 6 months. I would love to do something like this full time. And other things that I have in my head that I just want to do. I'm not suggesting in the next week or two, but I think it's going to happen more consistently in the near future. I mean, even if it happens in like 3 years from now, that's still 3 years of time to buy. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. Half now, you will rest easier no matter what, that way. Yeah, I just don't know. I could sell half of it. I could sell just the silver and not the gold. I don't know. I'm gonna do the math later off stream and then just think about it. See how it looks. What would it look like? What would it take? But it seems like silver is kind of stalling out now at 4.5. We're kind of at that hour part where all the sideways motion just takes over for a bit. So oil's down 15-20%. Holy crap. Question to you would be, if you sold your stack now to pay off your debt and then you slowly bought back in, do you think in 3 months you would have bought enough? Price goes to 120. You mean would I have bought equal amounts that I have currently? Ryan says to sell the silver and keep the gold. Yeah, I don't know if I want to depart with the gold. But But again, my stack is 50-50. You think you get back to it, it would outweigh the value of your previous stack. Pay off the debt at 3-month mark. I did the math. If you factor in, I mean, just quick math in my head. If you factor in the 20% that I'd be saving each month, which I know what that number is, each month to pay off everything, to earn back 20%, plus to pay, in addition to that 20%, the excess money that I would dedicate to that, I could make back the same amount of ounces in silver that I currently have right now in easily 3 to... very for sure in 6 months. I would even argue 3 months I could do it. I could even do it quicker than 3 months, but I'm going to split my excess money the way that I mentioned it earlier. But if I dedicated all of the excess money to it, I could do it in like 2 months or 1 month. But I think if I do it in 3 months, I could theoretically rebuy all the value that I have currently, but it would, obviously my my cost basis is obviously going to be much lower, and I run the risk of, I don't know about a risk, but I'm going to definitely not be in the positive territory as comfortably as I am right now, because remember, my original buy cost right now on silver is $35 an ounce. So if I were to sell everything and then buy back at like 70, like if it keeps, that runs the risk of it going back down again even further, but who knows if it will. What is the current GSR? Current GSR is 62, almost 63. Based off of these spot prices, I guess. These future prices. The dollar is just getting crushed still. That's good. The oil is going down. Dr. M says, liked your GSR video yesterday. When you say your stack is 50-50, is that 50-50 in weight or in dollar value? Huge difference. Yeah, no, 100% huge difference. It's in dollar value. So it's 50-50 between the value of what gold and silver are priced at in dollars. $100,000 of debt at 20% interest, you'd be paying about $1,600 a month, roughly. Yeah, I know it's not a true 20%, but I'm just saying, when I'm saying 20%, I'm talking about the total of what my monthly payments would cost over the next 6 months. Of what that would look like over the next 6 months. And then if I take that number plus what I would allocate being completely debt-free, not including the 20% freedom of not having to pay credit cards, plus the excess cash I could get back to where I'm at in terms of ounces in just a couple months, if that. You thought silver would double again, so 100% increase in profit, say 6 months, the doubling of your money would be much greater than... Yeah, I mean, there's always the what-if scenarios. I mean, it's just a matter of... It's like... I don't know. It's all about the, you can play the what ifs all day long, but, if you have the opportunity, would you not take it? Because I don't really view it so much as like the what ifs. Like, there's always about what if, and, you can place your bets and do what you want, but. And I can't, oil's just getting crushed. Almost 20%. It's down to 92. I should have bought that crystal ball. I mean, it's just, I look at where I'm at in the here and now. It's not so much like we all know in the long term, gold and silver is going to be helpful when hyperinflation hits. I think we all agree on that. It's just a matter of, okay, when is that going to hit? Because I view it as a sense of I could free up more cash flow that I was being limited by to, you know, pick up more. Because I don't really care about the prices. I always look at the ounces that I own. It's not always about the value of what silver and gold is and whether or not I'm going to make a profit on it. I typically don't care too much about that. I unluckily didn't discover silver and gold until June last year. Has something I could really get into. Bought a lot, but your dollar cost average is probably like 70 now. I mean, even if people are still, even people who were stacking, or I was, are still buying at even higher prices from this. So. Put your monthly metal budget into paying your bills for a couple months. Well, that's the thing. I'm not buying any precious metals. I've been, over the past 2 months now, I've been putting everything into paying down everything. So I haven't bought any gold or silver since January. Maybe February? Maybe I bought in February. I don't think I bought in February. Maybe I did. I can't remember. I probably even bought in March, knowing me. But, like, I have not been buying as much as I would like to. Because I would love to be putting, like, if I were to pay off everything, right, like, just to give you maybe more context, perhaps this will help. Because I don't want to give exact numbers, but, like, if I were to pay off everything, and then have that monthly amount, you know, like, I do make a decent, I'm not trying to boast, I do make a decent amount where if I have no more debt restricting me, I could easily pick up, like, a tube or two a month. Like, I could, even at these prices. So, you know, it's not like I'm going to be that far back. Like, I know I didn't explain everything, but, like, I have a decent amount of like, I make good enough money to where I could buy back at a really high level. So, don't know if that changes things. And, like, I'm not trying to sound conceited or like, you know, act high and mighty. I'm just saying, like, that's just where I'm at. If you had debt, definitely not. Definitely not what? You wouldn't sell? Or you would sell? I don't, I'm trying to understand what you meant. Boy, let's see. Dark Knight says sell the silver. I'm just trying to figure out what Michael was saying. He said if he had debt, definitely not. Definitely not what though? Like what? I don't know. I'm leaning towards it. I'm gonna sleep on it a couple days maybe, and then we'll kind of go from there. But if I do decide to sell it, it would be towards the end of the month when I get all the excess money that I would have gotten anyway. And then I would have just bought back in the next month. Yeah, if I could pay off all my mortgage and all debt, I'd sell everything and I'd start stacking again the next day. That's kind of where I'm leaning at. I mean, my house is still, like, I just bought it a couple years ago, so there's still a lot of balance remaining on that, but I could sell, I think I could sell probably 90% of the stack and clear everything out except for the house. And then I would just restart literally the next month and just start over the way I planned on doing it. Turned off silver, buy all the financial reset, and buy junk silver to barter. SHTF talk. Too conspiracy theory for me. I didn't start buying until October last year. I mean, I understand it. I agree with the financial reset thing and the barter stuff, but I don't think like it's gonna happen next week. Like, people are just been pounding the table saying it's gonna happen in the next coming like months. That hype, I guess, I don't agree with, but the concept and the theory I do agree with, but just not the, I guess, the speed or the direction in which it's going, that I don't agree with. Agree with you wholeheartedly on the subject, but I wish we knew what threshold for the breakdowns, when the breakdowns occur. I mean, we just don't. That's the thing. My opinion, real property is as good investment as gold or silver, and that's what I want to get into. I want to get real estate properties. I want to get passive income from that. I want to buy gold and silver, and I want to just pay down my house. Like, those are the three things I'm going to save towards. Like, if I sold everything today, literally starting tomorrow, I would allocate a third of any excess money into paying down the house early, a third of it going into gold and silver, and the other third would go into putting it into stocks or something that would eventually be eventually converted into real estate. So hard to sell what you bought at 25 just to start again at 30 or at 80. I know, and that's the thing. Like, my buy cost is $35 an ounce right now. Like, my average buy cost is about 35 an ounce. I sell everything, it's still a profit, no matter what. But I have to start back at $76 an ounce, and that it turns my stomach in some ways. But I know, like, you know, I don't think we're gonna see $30 silver again. It's possible 70, maybe $60 will be like the lowest that we'll get. I could be wrong, but you know, if this is the new floor, then why are we complaining? It's gonna go back. You know, 100 will be the new floor in the future. 150 could be the new floor in the future. Then it doesn't matter when you're at 70 bucks, you know? But that's assuming it goes that way. But again, we're just speculating and playing the what if game, and that can only get you so far. But but with gold, on the other hand, you can play that because it's easier, because gold's always going to go up. It's just, that's just the asset it is. Copper, brass is, yeah. I got that too. We'll stack that too. Increasing your cash flow is never a bad idea. It might be good to have a balanced approach instead of all or nothing. I mean, I'd like to go all or nothing, but can't. Like, I know I need balance. It's like, if I have everything but gold, if I just have nothing but gold and silver, that's not gonna... It'll be cool on the channel, but it's not gonna, like... Not gonna get me that far. As opposed, you know, same thing goes to ping down the house early. Like, yeah, it'd be nice, but it also doesn't. If I have no gold and silver because I've been pinged down the house, what fun is that? So that's why I think balance is key. I mean, it would be literally overnight. I could restart and it would take only a few months. I think we might actually do it. I think we'll make a big video on it too. Oh, what is this? What is this music? What is this one? Nope. What about this? Maybe we play this one. Oh no, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens with everything. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the math off stream. I'm gonna see where we sit. I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna think about it. And then hopefully silver goes up to 80. And then maybe we make the move. All or nothing, gold and silver will pay off. I mean, I agree. It's just like, it's so tough because I want to go all in on gold or silver, but I understand that, like, I know who I am, and I know I'm going to want a balance because I know I'm going to want my house to be paid off early. I don't want to work anymore. If I can tackle that even just by a little bit. There's so many what ifs, but do half, not all. That's the thing. If I go half, I would just sell all the silver, but it wouldn't be enough. I would have to sell some of the gold. I don't want to get rid of my pre-33. I really am clinging to this one. I don't want to wait. I don't want that one to go. $100 silver tonight. History directory thinks silver's gonna go to $100 tonight. You're thinking a $25 spring in one day. Actually, in less than a day. What's up, Booth? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome back from work. We have been talking about selling. We've been talking about selling the stack. I'm debating on selling my stack, pay off my credit card debt so I can just be completely debt free except the house, and then start buying silver and gold all over again. We're probably going to do national emergency recall on silver. Want the gold for the 50-year treasuries or the IRS. Booth is going to be retiring on June 30th. Let's go, Booth. I want to retire right now. I'm 35. I don't want to work anymore. Iran said they'll open the strait on the condition they're not further attacked, and the ships would have to coordinate with Iranian forces. I wonder how long this will hold. That's the other thing too. This whole ceasefire thing could just go the other direction, but I mean, oil was down. I mean, oil crashed like nearly 20% at one point. Most of the GIF says, just pay 50% of the debt, then you can rest easy on your decision. It will only take 3 months to finish paying it off. One of your favorite pieces and sell half the stack you can afford to sell. The feeling of running up. Rid of the CC debt, yeah. You go all in on gold and silver, all those things will happen. Don't sleep on it. Fall asleep and you'll wake up. Silver's over 200, you'll be good. It's just so tough because I always told myself I wouldn't sell. Told myself I would never sell. At least not again. But who knows? Zero Power says, I think selling your stack would depend on how much total debt you have versus how much income you can dump into paying off and how quickly that can be accomplished. Well, we kind of talked about it a little bit. It seems like newer people are coming into the stream right now who weren't part of this discussion earlier. So essentially, I could sell, like, I want to say 80 to 90% of the stack. I could sell that much in terms of its value. I could pay off the credit card debts today and restart. Or I could spend the next 6 months, hold on to my metals, and then pay off everything in 6 months. But in those 6 months, if I were to pay it off today, I could very easily build back the ounces exactly to where it's at today in probably faster time than it would take to pay off the debt. If that makes sense. Because I do have a decent amount of excess cash at the end of the month. So that's the dilemma that I'm seeing right now. That's an option. My stack is paid for, or your shack is paid for, but I gotta move. Wait, but gotta in some funds to pay off your car and credit card debt. Don't want to sell the stack either, but interest rates go up. It's a good option. Well, that's the other thing too, because isn't this new? I just don't know if the new Fed guy is going to increase rates or not too. That's the other thing, because if the rates start going up, then that just makes it worse. Change your habit before paying off credit cards. Don't want to just reapply the balance when they're at zero. No. We're like, the bad habits are gone. The bad habits are gone. Like, that does not exist anymore. Like, I know for sure those habits are gone. This is just me not. I guess it's a bad habit, but it's a different bad habit. It's not a spending bad habit. It was just more like an effort bad habit. Sell 50% of each gold and then self-dump what you can into the cards and cut the 6-month time off by half. Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying this, do the 50% kind of tactic here. Stick to the plan. It's harder to do when you're in the trees. Stay on the path and you just re-enter in the forest. I would keep the stack, keep doing what you're doing until the 4th of July, then sell the silver. Yeah, I mean, what's 6 months anyway? We're already 4 months into the year, right? Like, we basically just got here. But it is tempting, though. I sell my stack to pay off the debt. Only 3k debt. Small stack is worth about 3k now. I mean, you're kind of like in the same predicament that I am. Like, I could equalize my debt with my stack. But I guess the question is then, like, how fast can you rebuild it, you know? That's kind of where I'm at, too. If I were to answer that question without even discussing this today, I would say it's hard. It's hard to say because, like, that would be a good video topic, actually. That'd be a good video topic. Like, do you sell, like, your stack 100% to be debt free? And like, what's the benefit to that other than you don't have the debt? It would, because then the next question becomes, well, what's next, right? The next thing would be, how fast can you rebuild it out? Because I could rebuild, if I sold everything today, tomorrow, I could probably get like, a third of my stack rebuilt. No, that might be too much. I would say maybe like a tenth or something. I don't know. I don't know what the right math is. I could be wrong. Only been stacking 21 days. You could have paid off the debt in 21 days. What's the debt on, though? I guess that's an important question. What's that debt? Is it credit card debt? Did you buy your stack with the credit card debt? Unless you have an emergency, you should never completely sell your entire stack. I know. And that's the thing. Like, I could throw it all in, because I could build an emergency fund immediately after that, but it's tough. I should have done it when silver was 120. Like, I know I shouldn't think that way. I shouldn't play the I should have done this, but hindsight's 2020, right? Nelson's thinking about selling 20 ounces when silver hits 100. Pay off debt. Go the IRS 5.5. Oof. Feel like that's just going back to square one of wealth. Just budget more to pay off debt instead of losing hundreds of dollars. Yeah, I mean, because I'm not buying any gold or silver. Like, I have been, for the past 2 months now, I've just been completely, it's like 2 or 3 months, I've just been putting money towards this debt problem. I have not bought any gold or silver. So there is no extra money going to anything right now except the debt. Yeah, because I mean, like Booth said, if the rebuild's hard for you, then maybe not selling it would. I mean, it's actually, take a look at silver though. Silver's going up. We're at 5.5% right now. It's your debt and your stack. You got to make your choice, but on a pure financial standpoint, you are even right now. If your debt equals your stack, mentally, you don't really. I don't know, because like, for me, it's like, I guess the other half of this question is not necessarily what comes next. It's more about how is it affecting me right now? Because right now, even with the credit card interest debt and what I'm putting in each month, it's not a burden. It's not a burden for me. So, like, I mean, I'm putting in whatever I have to do each month. Plus, like, I mean, we're talking like a good $1,000 each month or more is being allocated to this, and so like it's not that big of a deal for me. So it's not, I guess, on the current, in the present state, it's not detrimental, because some people have debt that's detrimental, and then there's people who have debt who it's just kind of like a. It's like going to the, it's just a bill. Like, it's just paying your utility bill. It's not that big of a deal. But for some people, that debt is just crushing. For me, it's not crushing. So in some ways, it doesn't make sense to pay the debt with the silver and gold, because it's not detrimental. It's not mentally crushing me. So there's kind of two sides to this. Who thinks gold's going to shoot back up pretty quickly? I have a stack ready if we even hit the $100 mark again. Never sell 100% though. Keep the silver if you can regain your stack in a few months with no debt. Why use that cash for the debt entirely? History says $100 tonight. Yeah, well, it's dropping, so. Want to sell more than 50 so you don't feel you're starting over, but it's important to get your debt done ASAP. I mean, I can get it done in 6 months. Get it done in 6 months, and I mean, I could get it done overnight, but you get it done in 6 months. It's not really an issue for me. Because if silver goes down to 50, then yeah, I'd be like, well, crap, I should have sold it. But again, I don't want to make any decisions based off of a what-if scenario. I love how we're talking about selling silver on International Silver Day. I don't think that would have been the right. I don't think this is the right discussion for it. We should be buying silver, not selling it. I don't know if anybody even knew it was International Silver Day. I sure as heck didn't. It's not a burden to pay out in 6 months or pay 50%. I feel you regret if you sold everything. 6 months to pay off debt is really nothing. Certainly not a big enough burden to sell your precious metals. I understand the view, but your debt keeps from building wealth. Once you're out of debt, you can stack hard. And that's, and you know what, Sierra Powers, like, I don't know if you were here before that, because I was leaning towards selling it all off. Because, again, we were talking about it earlier. If I were to sell everything at the end of the month, if I were to go in and like sell everything, I could take the money that I would have spent on the credit cards and the money that I have excess in addition to that, and I could split it the way that I want to split it in the investments, which is paying down my house, buying more gold and silver, and investing in stocks for the eventual purchase of real estate. And I can do that literally the next day. And I could start rebuilding my stack almost exactly to the level that it's at currently, even with the prices at 75, 76, whatever. Could get there again in about the time it would have taken me to pay off my debt. So it's kind of an interesting thing, like, you know, if it takes the same amount of time, do you sell or not? That's kind of the conundrum that we're in right now. They hold off on it if your debt is it drops. Oh well, grab some silver. Because if interest rates go up, that's gonna probably change everything, because, you know, credit cards are a variable interest rate. And I'm looking at the Fed watch for interest rates. They aren't predicting any increases until like potentially end of the year, but by that point, I mean, we're playing off of probabilities again, but what ifs? Most people are in years of debt and still do not sell their stack to service it. The rich don't sell their assets to pay off debt. Well, if the debt... I mean, bad debt, yeah. Good debt, no. Switch the music. It's repeating itself. Nope. Don't sell your assets and precious metals for 6 months debt. Nelson wants to be debt-free. Interest is so dumb. I mean, I've been debt-free before. I mean, I've been there. I've done that. I've had good habits. The only reason why I'm in this situation now is because I did something I had no idea what I was doing on something before. And it's a long story, but... If your rates increased by 15%, how long would it take you to pay it off? Another few months? Probably, yeah. If they increase the rates by 15%, we're talking like 35-40% interest rate. At that point, yeah, it would take like almost a whole another 6 months. If I was in your shoes, I would sell most of it, but not all, and do that. I love my silver, but I can use as a tool to get out of bad debt I'm going to take. But that's the thing, because it's not just like, if I sell it, I can restart the buying process all over again, and I can pay down my house early, and I can also invest in other areas too. Because if I sell right now, I'm going to make a profit on silver. I mean, think of it this way. There's another angle to look at it. My average buy cost is $35 an ounce. If I sell everything right now, that's 100% return on my money. It's doubled. Was it 200%? I don't know what it is, but it's doubled. And so, like, at what point could you? Yeah, I think it's a 200% return. Like, imagine making a 200% return on your money, or is it 100? Is it 100 or 200? Am I stupid? Hold on. Yeah, it's... Wait. Oh my god. This is embarrassing on live. It's 200, right? Silver's done great last year, but it doesn't inherently generate anything as a store of value, not a compounding asset. No, I understand. I mean, silver, for my price point has doubled, or the prices where it's at right now have more than doubled. So if I were to double my assets value, selling it at a gain of 100%, like, is, like, that's a great, like, that's, where are you going to get that? Like, at this point in time, it's going to be hard to do. So it's tough. I mean, yeah, I'd be buying back in at 76, but it seems like where we're at right now is the floor. %, increase. That's what I thought. I was like doing 100 times 1 or whatever. I was like 100%. I was like doing it on the calculator. I'm like, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. Forgot about the Berber. Yeah, I know about the Berber. It's just... I just don't see hyperinflation taking a stranglehold anytime soon. At least not in a 6-month window. Really depends if you plan on silver. If you plan on silver staying here over the course of the time you need to reacquire it. I mean, I would just dollar cost average it anyway, even if it went up to 90 or 100 or whatever. Like, it wouldn't really change much for me. I'd still be buying. No one can see the future. And that's the other thing too. It's like, I don't like to make a decision based off of the what ifs. I'm looking at my situation right now. I have a stack that could pay off the debt completely with profits in the 100% of growth from when it's been originally bought. If I take that money, I could sell it with 100% profit and then clear out the debt and just start the investing process all over again. That's how I view it. Make you feel better mentally? Not working? I mean, selling, if I sold the silver and I restarted my plan, I was just slowly investing over the next 6 months, that would be better for my mental. Like, that's what I want to start doing again. Now, theoretically, I could still do it, but investing to earn a 20% return is kind of difficult. So, if I'm going to invest, like, investing to earn a 20% return that could have been applied to credit card payments is going to be tougher to do. This coin says I'm in a similar spot and it's tempting for a return. I'd get a reason. I have a stack that's ready if it gets around $100 mark again. Silver hits 100, I'm selling 20 ounces of it. Really depends on what you think will outperform the other, your debt or your silver stack. Well, the silver stack has already outperformed the debt. So in some way, you know, if credit card debt's at 20% and and my stack has gone up 100%, that's an 80% difference. Do you have the plan to never sell when you had the debt before? I've always had the plan to never sell. The only time I've ever said that I would sell is if you run into an emergency situation, or if you plan on selling to pay down debt, or if you sell your asset to perhaps move it into a different asset, like real estate or gold or something like that. Those would be the 3 reasons. So selling my stack would be a part of the reasons that I kind of preach about, even in my videos. So I wouldn't be violating a rule that I've mentioned that I would, you know, tell other people, if that makes sense. I'm not doing something that I wouldn't tell someone else to do. Happy International Silver Day to you, Oxby. How much would you have to sell percentage-wise if you kill all debt but your mortgage? I think it's a high number. It's like 80% of the stack. It's a pretty high number. But I don't know what the buyback prices that dealers are offering, so I don't know if that 80 is like 90 or if that 80 is like something else, you know what I mean? What has changed my mind now versus when silver was higher? Nothing. It's just, I'm looking at the current situation perhaps a little with more intent than I did last time. Like, I didn't decide until the beginning of this year that I was like, you know what, I really want to get this out of the way so I can invest more. That's kind of the only change up. And I say sell your stack for peace of mind and pay off debt with a clean slate. Yeah, that's the thing, because again, I could sell it all, and then literally this month I can just reinvest, restart the investing process. I would not have to wait after selling to get there quicker. I could more likely than not rebuy all my ounces back in that same time frame in 6 months. International Stacker Day. Oh no. No. Not International Stacker. No crabs. No crabs here. Considered holding your silver for a GSR trade too. I've considered selling some gold because GSR trend seems to be shifting. I've made a trade. I swapped 50 ounces of my silver for my pre-33 gold back in January or December. I did do a swap whenever the GSR was at its like low. I forget what month. I think it was this January. Could be wrong. I did do a swap. But I really don't want to sell My gold. That's the thing. I'm so conflicted right now. There's so many things. You sell, never ever go in the debt again. Stick true to reallocating investments and stacking when you're buying again and rebuild wealth. So that's the thing. I know, like, I know with confidence because I've been in this position before where I've paid off the debt. The only reason why I'm back in this is because I made a stupid, reckless decision years ago. And I guess I'm paying the price for it. And so, like, I know what not to do. I know what mistake not to make again. The mistake I made this, like, you know, in years past was just, it shouldn't have happened. But, you know, part of that too was I was also a little bit stubborn. I always thought I could out-invest my way out of debt, but I don't think I could. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Nelson needed to hear this conversation because I wasn't sure if it was a good idea to sell or buy. I think we might make a video off of this because this seems to be this is you guys are helping me like generate some good thoughts, and if I'm talking about it, I can kind of think of like, you know, what might make sense, what might not make sense, and this might be a good video topic for the next one. I think we might, because you know, it's I'm leaning. I'll be honest with you. I am leaning 60-40 on selling right now. I'm 60% leaning towards selling, paying it off, being done with it, and then immediately just going back in and rebuying at the beginning of this, like at the end of this month. I've sold much of my silver many years ago too and needed the cash at the time for debt and other things. I wish I had not sold as much or had used other investments, gold. And so, yeah, and that's the thing. I've sold before. But the reasons why I've sold last time was because I needed the money because I was being stupid. This, I'm not really being stupid. So I'm trying to like fix the problem because I know as soon as I fix this problem, I can invest in everything else. I think we all made choices we regret. It is a learning experience and I understand it. Like, I know it way better now. Like, I know when we go back, if I sell everything and go back into my old routine, what I used to do, I'd be fine. It would definitely take a lot of weight off the shoulders, and I could rebuild the stack. Yeah, it would suck to rebuild it all, but I mean, half of my stack's in gold right now, so it's not like visually I'm gonna be losing much. Sell 60% of the stack and hold 40. Well, the problem is I gotta sell almost 80% or more to do this. So I don't know. I'm still leaning towards doing it. Bolt the shine. If I could do anything, I would sell everything but my pre-33. Oops. I don't want to get rid of my pre-33. Like, I really want to hold on to that. Would maybe hold some of that shiny gold, yeah. I think if the debt was more substantial, it would make more sense. Well, have your debt paid off by October and have your stack if you use cash. I just don't know. It's such a... Been stacking since I graduated. Always sold when I had expense come up and avoided debt and interest. My stack is still strong, worth way more than I paid. Yeah. I mean, we'd be restarting the stacking journey all over again, which... I know Like I could almost say too, this time next year, I will probably not regret it. Like this time next year, I will not regret doing what I did. In October, do you think you'll regret? I actually just answered that question. Do you think you'll regret more selling your stack in April? No, I really don't think I don't think I would regret it because I know that I would be completely debt free. I wouldn't be making the same mistake because to make that same mistake again would require a level of ignorance and stupidity that I don't possess, and I just can't do it again. Like it would just be impossible to do that. So, like I know that I would just be investing my way back, and in some ways it would just expedite the plan that I have anyway. So it almost makes sense too. You guys are giving me good ideas. I gotta write this stuff down. Reddit. This is gonna be good video topics. We talked about regret. We talked about a burden today. Versus non-burden. We talked about the size of the debt. Interest. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff we talked about. Cash is easy to spend on this and that rather than debt. If he sells to pay the debt is gone. Able to rebuild the stack with the new unallocated cash. And I think, I lean 60-40 on this right now. Your silver has appreciated more than against your debt. It doesn't it make sense to hold the silver then? If it continues to run up in the next month, you could pay off the debt with less. Yeah, but then at what point do we keep making the argument to... At what point do you sell? You know? If it's at 100% now, if it goes to 125, okay, do we wait till 125 or do we go to 150? It would be lower because paying it off in cash over the next couple of months. Maybe pay off debt in the cash next 2-3 months to see where silver is. I do hate the idea of selling it too. I get that. I do. I mean, I've done it before. So... Which will provide more income versus debt payment? Will the value increase exceed the debt interest? Well, and that's kind of what we talked about too. Like... That was one of the points I just wrote down. Like, what would the extra money that I'm paying right now to service the debt, how much would that extra money be, plus the allocated amount that I can forward into additional investments? If I were to go all in, how long would it take to rebuild my stack at its current level in the same time frame that it would take me to pay off the debt? It's about the same. So I'm expecting in 6 months to pay off the debt, roughly 6 months. If I take all the money that I had to pay the debt with, plus the extra money that would be used currently, even with my 3-way split, it would still take about the same amount of time to rebuild at this level of $76 silver, to rebuild the amount of ounces I currently have. Assuming prices don't change. Which is not a good thing to assume. Sorry you're chatty, Kathy, and pushing this hard point. No, that's fine. Like, I welcome the... I guess the rough and... I guess, what do you want to call it? Like, the pushing the hard discussion points. That's why I have $100 mark. Could be a little bit lower or higher. I'm not stressed needing to sell, so it's different. Makes sense. He thinks around 70 is new floor. Why sell at the new floor? Because if I sell at the new floor, I can start rebuying and start my build on the new floor at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, if you made 100% on your money and this is the new floor, you know, I don't know, just another thing to think about. What if silver dips? How long do we hold for a rebound to 75, 50%? I mean, we're already at a 50% right now from its high. Break even at 35. No one can see the future. You can only deal with the present and plan for the future. And that's part of the reason why, like, I don't like to play the what ifs and the speculations of, you know, what if silver goes here or what if it goes there. I'm looking at where I'm at currently right now. I see 100% profit on my metals. I see an opportunity to sell it and pay off the bad debt and rebuild from where I'm currently at. Does that make sense? That's the question. Imminently, are you considered selling? Like, when did it start crossing my mind about selling? Probably since we started talking about it today. But that, I don't want to make a decision on something that we're talking about today either. I want to sit on it. I kind of want to sit on it. Warhammer's going to give me spot for my silver if I sell it. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Depends on the buyback prices from the dealer. But I think that's going to do it for today, guys. I think we've done enough. It's been like almost 2 hours. Kind of an impromptu stream. Wasn't really planning on it, so do that. But let me answer this last question. When are you thinking of selling? I was thinking towards the end of this month because that's when all the extra money is going to hit the bank account, like on the week of the 21st and the 28th. So I think I'll probably just do it then. But that's just my guess. We get 100% return, so we also get instant return from not paying future interest payments. True. I don't know, but I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I don't know, is anybody streaming right now? I know Sal was earlier, but I don't know if anybody else is streaming that we can possibly raid into. Let me see if who we got. I think no, there's no one's. Other international stacker, you guys are have opinions on that. Yeah, I don't see anybody. So I think that was a great discussion today, guys. The debt stuff. I think we got a new video idea to talk about. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But yeah, happy International Silver Day, you guys, and have a great rest of your week. We'll be back on Sunday for the live stream, so I will see you guys all in the next one. If I do any selling, I will be sure to let you know. So, but that's all for today, guys. Take care. Have a great rest of your night.